We're about to get into some real controversial artificial intelligence. If you've been on the tech/art side of the internet, and I'm pretty sure you've heard of AI art. Now clearly this topic has got so many people worked up, but why? Why is this topic of AI art so triggering?
Man, what did he do to make them
artists
that mad?
So why is the idea of AI art garnering so much controversy? It's really because of how it's made. For the technically impaired, AI generated images are created using the algorithm in a machine learning system that analyzes a catalog of images to generate something new out of the data that it was fed. It essentially takes the image, puts a lot of noise to it over and over to the point where the noise fills up the entire screen, reduces the noise, and tries to recreate their original image. Since AI is entirely created by a machine, it raises the question of who should be credited as the artist, and rather if that work should be considered original work. In fact, the word stealing is constantly being thrown around. Many artists feel as if their artwork, something that they spent tens of thousands of hours on working on trying to perfect, is being stolen by these machine learning softwares.
A few weeks back, it was brought to my attention that somebody on Reddit had created a model based on 300 images of my work, all of which taken without my knowledge, without my consent, and it was shared on a Reddit post in the community of Stable Diffusion. Not only were these generations watermarked, but the poster also said that there was no need to ask for permission from the artist in order to make these models public.
So Sam Does Arts ain't the only one who is outraged by this whole AI debacle. For those of you who may not know, a legendary Korean artist, Kim Jong-gi, had passed away last year, and only a couple of days later, somebody recreated his work using artificial intelligence, and that really pissed off a lot of people, especially artists. Now, he's clearly gotten a lot of backlash from it, saying that what he did was untasteful, tone deaf, and just all around a bad look for him. And this essentially, reconfirms people's distaste for AI art.
Some people out there think that I should have expected to win, because you were using AI. It's like going into a marathon and crossing the finish line in a Lamborghini. And I'm like, oh, well, earlier this year, all of you were saying that AI would never be able to do what you do. So which is it? The AI is never going to be able to create art as good as you? And then turn around, fast forward to a couple weeks later, I'm winning in a contest and they're like, hey, he's driving a Lamborghini in a foot race. It's like, nah, that doesn't work with me, man. You guys were convinced this couldn't happen, and now it's staring you in the face. So shock, anger, scared, so I think that's part of the backlash.
Let's say there's somebody at the beginning of their art career or their journey for art, and they don't necessarily have the foundation or the fundamental skills to make at least passable art. So what they do is they look into other artists that have a specific art style that attracts them to it. So they would study that artist, really trying to understand the fine details of how the artist goes about making the art, and they would unintentionally copy the work. But it's not a one-for-one, because they would put their own style to it, rather intentionally or unintentionally, and make it their own. So how's that different from AI art? See, here's the thing. This whole concept of stealing really comes to how the AI references the artwork. AI art programs like Stable Diffusion and Midjourney uses over 1 billion of copyrighted images to create a computer generated image that is a derivative of what we see, meaning that since the primary function of the AI system is to recreate an image using a vast amount of data, it would be more derivative instead of transformative, where transformative will come in where you add that human element and supposed to tell, I guess, a new story from whatever data, I should say, that the human artist will be taken from. A better way to say it is references. Now, the debate of if AI art is considered transformative or derivative has been taking the rounds in this AI art debate, and to the point where there is actually a class action lawsuit in legal California where a number of artists are suing some of the big AR companies such as like Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, and even DeviantArt of all people. Who would have thought DeviantArt would be part of this? Not me. Now, this is actually a very monumental legal battle that will actually determine the future of AR art and where the place will be when it comes to like the greater art community. Now, if you want to ask for my opinion, realistically, I don't see AI art, really going anywhere in the near future, because AR art is constantly being used in our everyday life when it comes to technology. And as the years go by, AR art would become even more advanced and even better, even to the point where they start to fix their hands issue. I believe that when it comes to AR art and artists, I believe that it can actually be a tool to quicken somebody's workflow, but I don't believe that it should be a tool that would completely erase the artist from the picture. Because one thing you have to understand about art is that the uniqueness of art comes from the uniqueness of the artist themselves, meaning that there's always that human touch. Like a computer cannot create something new, such as these AR programs. The AR art, takes data, synthesizes it, and tries to replicate it by mashing a bunch of data up to create something new. But an artist clearly doesn't have to do that, because there's always that human element that can come up with innovative ideas, techniques that will create new art. AR art wouldn't be able to do something what the late great King Jong-il have done. And AR art can't do what Sam does art does. AR art can't do what somebody like Guyas does, or Ross draws, or any of the very known artists that is out there. Until you can actually get what can come out from this lawsuit, I don't really think that there's actually a solution. Well, a immediate solution that will fix everybody's problems, but everything needs to be gradual. But one solution that I heard a couple of people pose is giving the artist the ability to opt into the system. If they want their work to be used as data for the AR art programs to feed, then the artist should have the freedom to do something like that. But if the artist doesn't want to be a part of that, which a lot of artists don't want to be a part of, like me personally, I don't want to be a part of that, then we should have the ability to opt out of the system. It would eliminate any accusations of stolen art and give more freedom to the artists to use the art how they see fit. So I don't think this topic of AR is going to go anytime soon, especially when the AI technology becomes better in the coming years. It's a very, very messy topic, and we're just going to have to wait and see where this will lead us in the next couple of years. So, hopefully, what I will want to happen is artists will have more freedom to, use their art however they see fit. And artists will actually use AI as a tool to make their work more efficient. But at the end of the day, art is, still a reflection of our human experience. And I don't think that AI art is going to take that away, because us humans, we experience new things every day, and we would like to put that down in a visual format. And I don't believe AI art would be able to completely erase that aspect of human experience. So yeah, AI art, everybody's favorite topic. So let me know what y'all think about this topic. If you're for AI art, if you're against AI art. This is a free speech channel, so just let me know what y'all think about it, and hopefully everybody can have like a civil conversation in the comment section. If you like this video, you find it transformative and informational, please give me a like, thumbs up, and subscribe, and follow me on all my socials, and I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.